Hey guys, welcome back. We're back into Endless Legends. This is part 2 of Endless Legends, so let's get back right into it. We're gonna go ahead and resume the game. We're actually on turn 2. I took the first part of this Let's Play to explain to you guys how things sort of work in this kind of game, if you're not familiar. So we're gonna go ahead and take control of this world. So we want to explore with our units here, so I'm going to send her over here. And if we look over here, we found temple ruins. We can't get to it exactly, but we're going to get as close to it as possible, and that's all we can do there. Turns at this point are going to start going much faster, mainly because there's less need to explain. There's things that are sort of understood now, and I don't have a whole bunch of units to control just yet. And we're just working on this Founders Memorial, and we have that research going up over here for... it's not research. This research going here for seed storage. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I've got everything lined up. So you don't want to forget about doing anything. You don't want to go a turn without researching something or building something because you're just wasting a turn. We'll go ahead and end the turn there. We can also see right here, we're on turn 3 now, that little glow, that means we have something we could discover there. So I think that we should send our units there next, but first we're going to go here and we're going to check out this ruin. And we found 40 dust there, so that is great. Oh, by the way, up here you can actually see that that's where our quest is. So we still want to find, within our little area here, called Cyan, we want to find a tribe to try and assimilate. So that probably wants to push us to go this way, go up this hill. We could probably find one. Haven't found one yet. Let's go back and manage the city. Okay, now we have 2 people working under the food generation. But you can tell here, now it requires 4 turns to create one as opposed to 2. So the amount of food we need, or the amount of people we need here to increase this bar, is going up. So you can't just, it's not a flat rate, it's kind of possibly exponential. Founders Memorial is going, our research is still going because it has not yet been complete. And we have no huge things we're trying to complete right now, but I want to show you guys, if I move this guy over here to production, that number down there just changed. It went to 5, so now this has 5 turns to complete if we end this turn. Now if we move this over here, this goes down to 4, but if you notice, because I moved those 2 people off food, it's now going to take 8 turns for us to get our next citizen. So this is where a good split might help us. So I'm going to go ahead and keep working on food, because right now we just need numbers. We need people to work, so then all the production can be really well taken care of. So we're going to go ahead and end our turn. Here we are, research complete. Seed storage is now finished. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss this, and I'm going to go into science. And here's the really cool thing about science is that you can queue things up. We are done here in seed storage. The next big thing that we could probably do is empirement. This increases dust by a ton. So we're going to go ahead and queue that up, and we can queue up some other things too. I would like to parlay. I want to be nice in this game. I don't want to destroy tribes. I want to be able to recruit them. But there's a bad thing about that. When you have combat, you level your units up. But generally, some quests that they will send you on will be combat-oriented quests. So you will go to a tribe, you will parlay with them, essentially talk to them, and then they'll send you on a quest, hey, help us out by defeating these guys over here. So, because of how important this is, I'm going to go ahead and dequeue that and make that the first thing in the queue, and then we'll put that in as number 2. And all this queuing does means that as soon as the first one is finished, it's going to go to the next one automatically. So the next thing might be a sewer system. This will increase our approval on the city. A search party allows, in areas where resources or artifacts may lie hidden, troops can be ordered to hunt and dig for loot. So now you don't need a hero to search an area. You can just have your regular troops do that. Geomic labs. This increases terrain with science, but adds upkeep of dust. This increases production, so that's actually quite useful. Let's go ahead and queue that up. This will unlock equipment for your army to use. So this is actually important if you want to go on essentially a conquering spree. This is for weapons, and this one's for armor. This right here will add we'll be able to extract titanium and glass steel, and your library will increase science. Up here are more I mean, this is divided up into sections. You have economy and population on the left, military on the top, science and industry on the right, and then empire and expansion on the bottom. Now here's one thing about this game. When you create more cities, it makes your inhabitants unhappy. And the logic behind that is, as you spread out your control, you can't get specific with your cities. And you'll see that as we go on. It's more of like a social theory thing. So this will give us a new type of unit. This one right here will unlock a mercenary marketplace where we can hire new heroes. This one right here will give us more fortification on a city, and it'll also give us experience per turn and give us more militia. This one might be smart for defense, but let's leave that open right now. Let's go ahead and make sure we have everything going that we want to go. Our unit has moved the most that she can. Nope, we still have to move our unit, so let's go ahead and explore this way. See if we can find a tribe. So there's no tribes in this section. Let's move here. There's no tribes there, so let's go ahead and make our way up over here. Okay, we did find a tribe. It's a minor faction, the Silics. These guys are little rock, well actually they're quite big, rock crystal creatures. They are infantry, and when you assimilate them, you get a 0.5 resource bonus per pacified Silic village on strategic resource deposits. The thing is, they are outside of our area, so we can't really make use of that with our quest. So our goal right now is to go up here and search that, and then we want to explore the rest of our area. And since we have things going on here, let's go ahead and queue up seed storage and the public library. So let's go ahead and end this turn, and we'll move on. We are on turn 5 now, and like I said, it has our track that we created last time right here. We can just move our unit here. We're not going to deal with that, and we see this nice little place we can search. Our research is still going. Our things are still being created here. Our food, and we're just essentially playing the waiting game. Now sometimes you can take advantage of this, and essentially, you know, if you get really close to the end, you can just switch out to 1 real quick and then boost something else just for that turn. But I want to keep it at 2 there, and then we'll just play the waiting game. But here's the thing, we have dust, and the amount of dust we have will essentially, it is noted right here. And actually it shows what your production is from the city and and what your output or your upkeep is from military and hero. So if you notice, we have 134, and to finish this Founders Memorial, we can actually spend dust just to get it out of the way. It costs 65, so let's go ahead and do that. So that means it'll finish by the next turn. So we're going to end our turn now, and on we go to our next turn once the computers are finished. Oh, our hero leveled up to level 2. Petrov Judith has gained enough experience to level 2, so we'll click Academy here. Also, our construction has completed on the Founders Memorial, which we paid for, so we'll dismiss that, and the seed storage has begun. So let's go ahead and inspect her. Let's go to the skill tree. Now we can assign some skills. And I want this Petrov Judith III to be very good in combat. So you have 3 sort of subsections here. This right here will improve the search on ruins. This right here will increase movement on units, and this right here will affect how she affects a city if she is sort of the leader of it. The thing is, I want her to be combat oriented, so this +1 to movement on units is the best bet right there, so I'm going to go ahead and apply that. So let's go ahead and dismiss this notification. Hit escape. Let's go search these ruins. There's nothing there. Darn. Alright, so we're going to move over here. Okay, so we did find a tribe up there. Let's show the location. It is outside of our zone. It is... I can't tell which one it is. Black dust. I can't tell. It showed me the location up there. So that must be it right there. We can't, it is outside the zone, so that is outside of what we really need. We're going to go ahead and dismiss these. Alright. So our goal is to kind of go around this red area that you can kind of see highlighted. We want to find the tribes within our zone. Right now, you see how it's only 1 turn until this is complete? If we move that there, it turns into 2 turns. but it's still really close, really quite close. This also cuts this down by quite a bit. So let's go ahead and just grab that last guy there, and then we'll start spreading people out. Alright, so we just completed Language Square. And now we're researching Empirement next, which will increase our dust production. This is going very well. I'm going to send one to our production here, the industry potential, that's what they call it. And if we send one to dust, we could actually take really good advantage of that. But I still think we need to focus on food and get more people in there. We can also start extracting wine there. And we can discuss wine in the future. Wine is actually known as, if I can find the right spot, it is a luxury resource, and since we don't have any, it's not going to appear there just yet. This page has a lot of information on it that we can get to later. This has your bonuses, some trade route stuff, strategic resources, which are things you can trade. You can also trade luxury resources. An empire plan, which gives you a temporary boost for so many turns on turns. So on the 13 turns, I'll be able to choose an empire plan, which will give me boosts. I have my approval, treasury, influence points, so on and so forth. So let's just keep exploring over here. Okay, so we have encountered the Ursus, I don't know how to say that. And their assimilation effect is plus 5% building protection cost reduction per pacified village on cities. And that is... oh, where are they? Oh, they're down there. So let's make our way down there because we want to parlay, and they are actually in our section. And if you notice, we actually are on the... it feels like we're on the edge of a continent. We are near water. Now here's the thing. There are specific research things that we can get that affect water. Here we go, and it's this aqua pulvistics. The dust dredger is +2 dust on terrain with river during summer season, and dust filtration is on terrain with sea or lake during summer season. So this is sea or lake. Actually, that's ocean. Does that count as sea or lake? That counts as river there. River. Ocean. I'm not sure if it counts for ocean. That says waters. So we've still got research going, we still have production going, the seed storage is going, everything is going fantastic. We could start building this there, but that's gonna go right here. And starting to get that wine will probably help us as far as a luxury resource, which gives us boosts to our, essentially our production and things that we can do. So we're gonna go ahead and end turn. And here we are, we're gonna go parlay with this tribe. The tribe leader wants proof that we are a reliable ally. They have brothers imprisoned in a nearby region, but only vague clues on their whereabouts. Find them, free them, and then we will cement this tribe's trust. And then we will also get 10 moon leaf. Moon leaf is a booster. And what it does, if we use this boost, which lasts 10 turns, it gives us plus 50% science production on cities, which means we'll be able to research things like nobody's business. And then plus 10, is that influence? No, influence is a star, I believe. Plus 10 approval. Yeah, that's approval. So plus 10 approval. So we have to go to a nearby region. So let's go ahead and click our quests. And this is free our people. They said a nearby region. And I can try and show the location, but it's not going to show me just yet. A nearby region is very vague, so we just have to start exploring. And I bet it's this one south of us. Seed storage is going well, we've got this production going. If we move that guy here, it only increases that by 8, but it decreases this by 1, and over time, that by 2. So let's go ahead and move around things like that. Or we could just completely buy that out with the money we have, but I think we need to save some of our moolah, some of our dust there. So I'm going to go ahead and move Petrov and her army into this zone here, kind of looking for that the units that we're trying to hunt down, free their brothers. Things are going good here. We got 2 turns, and the cost is going down because we have 2 turns left. If we move this guy back over, it'll take 3 turns. And the cost still stays the same. So we'll just keep some guys on manufacturing. And Petrov, Let's go ahead and send you over here. Alright, so that'll be the end of this turn. And that'll be the end of this part 2 of an Endless Legend Let's Play. So thanks guys for watching, and we'll get to part 3 really soon.